Connect, arrest, comments. Let's see. Dedication. Knowing the truth. How we doing, folks? Somebody's here. How are you? Thanks for checking in. Can everybody hear me okay? The one person that's here, I mean. So we're going to talk about yesterday's summons and what that means and what I'm going to do to hopefully help the community learn from what to do in these cases. I think this is a good example because this was a live video. And when I came home, as everybody knows, or some people know, I got a summons. So we got somebody here. Let's see. I know Eric Brandt's on right now, so everybody might be over there. He went live today. We might come back at 2 if nobody comes in. We'll check back in at 2 o'clock today. I do want to discuss these things, so. Rainy day up here in the Catskills, man. Nasty. Uh-oh. Well, just a mailman. Gotta watch out for the cops. They've been here lately. So we're just hanging out and waiting for some people to show up. And sorry, not feeling really well today. Got a little sore throat. We did an audit yesterday in the Coxsackie, I guess it's a medium and a maximum state prison, and went and did our business. During that encounter, there was a physical touch of some point, interaction with one of these correctional officers. So I do have video that when you slow it down, it becomes very apparent that that correctional officer moved towards me as I made a slight gesture away. I was actually moving away from this individual. Even though I said I was going to go straight, I still made a turn to the right. Slight turn. Enough to at least appease somebody who's standing firm. But you can see very clearly that this individual then almost leaned forward, but leaned outward towards me. And something that maybe the police officer or maybe the correctional officer or whoever doesn't know is that I have additional footage. I had multiple cameras going on at the same time, so it becomes very apparent. Actually, I was using my phone going live, but in my left hand, was my actual camera, my Sony camera that caught everything. Hey, Florida, how are you? Papa, oh, how are you? So, got a little slow start today. It's a little rainy out here. I don't know how you guys are in weather, but it's pretty bad. It's a beautiful day yesterday. Beautiful day for a little encounter. Nova Scotia, Dave, how are you, buddy? We're talking about a video or an incident that happened yesterday where I made contact with a correctional officer, Nashville, Tennessee. Jason Wilton, how are you? But when I did my audit If you guys haven't seen the video, please go check it out. It's pretty clear, even if you watch it in their regular speed, that the individual is moving towards me. I slowed it down. It's really obvious, frame by frame. And I also have additional footage that I watched yesterday. So the summons to go to court for harassment in the second degree is what I'm being charged for. Harassment in the second degree in New York State is similar to it's not disorderly conduct. Hey, Valley of the Sun, Lady Bird, hi, how are you? People checking in. So the charge that I was charged with, or that I was summoned with yesterday, was harassment in the second degree. Netherlands, how are you? Albert from Netherlands. In New York State, that can be like a no injury bump or no injury contact. William W., how are you? Niagara Falls, Canada. So I did make contact, you guys. I would like you to watch the video. I was going, thank you, Dave. I was going straight. I then veered off a little bit because, you know, I don't want to be physical with somebody. And then you could see him actually move his body towards me. But the summons still came. The trooper came to my brother's residence, one of the places that I stay at. And I was in Connecticut during the day, but at night, they were waiting for me for apparently a long time. They said that they've never seen the troopers on this road this much, and they have had generations of family around here. Pierce, how are you? Generations of families that have lived here, and they've never seen this many troopers. So, and every time that I am here, there's a helicopter over my, I mean, maybe I'm going crazy, right? But I'm starting to film everything just to be safe. I did film a couple troopers myself. Central Texas, how are you? Accountability. I filmed a couple troopers myself. Slowly driving by, filming my car, taking pictures of my car, doing all that kind of stuff. So when I see that, the first thing I do is grab my camera and I go out and I film them. So I have footage of New York State troopers harassing me at home, driving by real slow. And I'm going to save some other footage. I'm not even going to... Tony from England, how are you? I'm going to save some footage because I have... Balls of Steel, everyone is Rogers, how are you? Thank you, sir. Yeah, a summons can be trivial. Keep it up, Tyrone. Thank you, Jim. Country Boy News. Good afternoon, sir. And one thing I wanted to say to people, because I get a lot, News Now Sweden, I like that. Tony Doherty. Is when I'm in the video, people say, well, you go to 0 to 100 too fast. J Money. And I'm going to tell you something. I do that to protect myself. I feel like I'm protecting myself when I do that. I feel like I'm protecting my rights. I don't want to give an opportunity for a police officer to, or in this case, a correctional officer to do something very inappropriate. Like when that individual almost hit me with his truck. I mean, I have footage where you can see very clearly the swerve in at the last moment, right towards my persons. That truck. And then additional footage from my other thing where you can see at the end how the tires are cocked all the way to the direction that I was in. At the very last second, this person turned that vehicle directly into me. Who should be the person with the summons? Who should have been the person that should have been arrested? That's reckless endangerment. And you're working for the state? Incidentally, who's the summons from? Is it from the state or this person? Am I going to go against the whole state of New York? Are we going to go to state superior court? I've been there. People who think I haven't, how do you pop up in my alerts if I'm not sub? I don't know. Sorry. That's dangerous driving, but there's reckless driving. This individual did this for effect, for impact. Hey, Bill, and took a risk of my body when he did that. Now, I will be a target. I'm alone out here a lot. Yeah, Domingo, how are you? And intimidation, everything. So when he did that, people say, well, why do you go so crazy so fast? Because, okay, well, wait a second. Somebody just almost hit me with their truck. A party's over. It's over. It's over. I'm going to say to this individual, whatever I can to protect myself and get him away from me and be as strong verbally as I can. And even then, when I tried to warn him of that physical contact, I still tried to swerve around him. You can see it in the video. It's obvious. Now, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Here's the real deal. I've been through this before, okay? Trivial charge. Just because you piss somebody off, right? That's a road count, right? Here's what happens. They're going to get all these statements. They're going to try and make it sound like this and that, right? At the end of the day, this person's never going to get really held accountable, but is the prosecutor going to take the case? See, the solution, in my opinion, in our judicial system in the United States of America doesn't lie right now with the police departments because they won't fix themselves. The solution lies within the prosecution. They're the answer. They should be cracking down on the police officers, not pumping them up and stroking them and pushing all these bullcrap things through. They do it all the time. Just because a police officer says something, prosecutors in the United States of America, all around the world, does not make it true. Let me tell you something. Open your eyes. And I'll bet you this prosecutor will take this case. And I've got clear evidence to say, no, he should be charged with attempted aggravated assault. 3rd degree, 2nd degree, whatever you want. I don't care. I know, that's a bar association, and I am not an attorney, and I have said this many times. I'm so sick of saying this, okay? I'm not an attorney. I'm not a cop. I've never been a cop. I'm a volunteer cop. I've said in my videos, attorney. I've said cop, okay? I've tried to put all the disclaimers in there. 99% of the time, I get it. Every now and then, I make a mistake, and I might not put the disclaimer. I'm sorry. But I've been very clear. I never put on a uniform. I never took a law class in my life. I don't know the law. Don't take legal advice from me. I've said that before. I find something. There goes a cop right now. I find something. If it's not right, I'm going to dig into it, right? Wouldn't you? Shouldn't you? Shouldn't you? And find out the truth. And find out how to enact that truth. Because it's a system that's designed to not give you justice. It's designed to take money from you or push you along. Go on. It's like a trolley. Okay? No. It's the few that make the most significant change. The few. Sorry, I drove a lot yesterday. I drive a lot every day. I put about 5 to 6 hours in this vehicle every single day. Sometimes doing audits, sometimes for work. People don't think I do things. I do things. You don't think I make money? You don't think I haven't met a professional? You don't think this hasn't impacted my professional life negatively? I've accepted that consequence. I'll live in a cardboard box. I don't care how much you think it's a joke. I made that sacrifice from a $269,000 home. That's right. And I'll do it again. And if a person gets in my way again, and they're intentionally trying to do something to me, I will do it again, like I said in the video. And I'll say it to the judge, and I'll say it to the prosecutor. Because it's right. That's why. It's right. It's the truth. I've been getting being an activist can cost. Yes, it's a commit. That's one of my things that I was going to talk about. I get spirited. I get emotional. I'm a passionate guy. That's who I am. I've never changed. Ask anybody who's ever known me in my life. I've never not been like this. Okay, this is who I am. It's not a. This part is not an act. It's if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Dre. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Stand up. Stand up, people. Please. So the commitment level that I have made many sacrifices already. I told you guys many times in videos, and people who, they just watched the last video. If you watch the last video, you're not going to get a complete narrative of what somebody's trying to tell you if they're a true auditor. If they have a true passion, please watch more than one video. You know, I've been an idiot in some of my videos. I'll be the first to tell you. Jerk. Didn't break the law, but I was a jerk. But that doesn't define me. You know, I have a passion that's about justice and truth and the righteousness, and that's who I am, and that's what I'm trying to do. So eventually that's going to come out if I keep this path going. Mr. Rez is in the house. R-A-S. What's your R-A-S, buddy? Terryville, Ohio. R-A-S, right? So I'm dedicated. I'm dedicated to the end for me, and I don't expect anybody to do that, and I don't think anybody should, and I'm going to tell you something. I have no family, no friends that support what I do. Okay? Let me say that again. No family, no friends that truly support what I do. They think I've lost my mind. I've gone off the deep edge. You were a professional. What are you doing? You're an idiot. I don't care. I know. My eyes have been opened. And so my dedication, my commitment level is there. I'll live in a cardboard box if I have to. And I do have multiple residences right now, but, you know, had a $269,000 home for 12 years. And got arrested by some idiot and tarnished my name in my career. So I'm going to stop whining because it's not about that. It's about the solution, right? The solution is that we need to bring awareness to these people, and that's what I'm trying to do. And that means that I need to put myself out there, and I'm going to continue to do that, okay? It's not going to stop me. Trolls, if you have real passion about what you're doing, the trolls, I mean, you read them. I kind of dig with them a little bit just to piss them off. I shouldn't do that. I know somebody told me not to do that, but they don't matter. They're just gonna, because what I'm doing is not about them. It's not about any. This is the truth. This has got so much truth in it that can't matter. All these comments about people saying you do this, you do that. Let me see, hold on. There are some people I want to check out, though, respect. What was that? Again, some people don't understand why you want to fight for what's right, and I can't understand why they don't want to. Ooh, very well said. Almost like a little Kennedy thing about what you can do for your government. But you know what? I'm with you, but I can't expect them to. That's the thing that I've come to realize. Because if I do, our relationship, the dynamics of our relationships, those personal relationships, interpersonal, those interpersonal things, they get all messed up, the dynamic. So I can't expect people. I can only try to be true to myself. I love it. I always quote William Shakespeare. I think it's from Hamlet. To thine own self be true. It's one of my favorite quotes of all time. Okay. Anybody ever wants to check me out to validate who I am. Okay. People say, oh, you're this or you're that. But you're Facebook friend. Check me out on Facebook. I've been on Facebook. LinkedIn. Professionals, I bet. Google me. Do a little bit of research. I don't lie. I don't lie about that stuff. How can my name be knowing the truth and I lie? played national billiards, semi-pro, pro billiards. Same thing with poker. That's right. Shooting Stars, California, $10,000 tournaments. I don't brag about them because I don't care. They were just hobbies. I've owned boats. I still have a boat, actually. I have a boat. I own a boat. Sea Sprite. You can sleep on it. So what? It's a materialistic piece of garbage. That cost me $5,000 just keeping the motor up and stuff and repairing the... Don't believe me? I got best friends that repaired the boat with me. You know, come on. I agree with free speech. Everybody should be able to say what they want to say. In my comments section, one of my topics was, if you're going to put 10 in a row, and it's going to say, you suck, you're a jerk, and you're going to roll up about 10, 20 comments and suck it. That's not a comment. You're just spamming me, okay? I'm going to delete those, okay? That's the only time I delete comments. I stopped deleting the troll comments. So somebody suggests leave them up there, so I leave them up there. All kinds of death threats. I am going to stop commenting back and liking, and I liked and loved 100% of the comments up until today. I think if you go back, I've liked and loved 100, even death threats or insinuated threats against me, I have liked. But I'm going to stop because number one, they're too many. It's really too many sometimes for me to like and love them, but I'm going to read them. But there's also that issue of when people start leaving comments that are really derogatory or insinuate physical harm to somebody. I can't go there. I'm not a physical person. I don't want to talk about any kind of being physical about or violent towards anybody. It's just me. That's not my kind of thing, man. I'm just trying to be honest with you. So, you know, it's hard for me because I don't want to skip over certain comments, and I'm trying to be true to everybody. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to stay away from the comments for a while because I can't like all those kind of comments, man. And I'm an auditor. I think I'm an auditor. I'd like to consider myself an auditor now. I just can't do it, man. But my dedication and commitment is to lose whatever I can lose, up to and including, you know, my life. I've said that many times in my videos. I went all in a long time ago, and I'm setting things up for my child that's on the way, okay, to make sure that if that happens, you know. Sorry, I'm not even looking at these. I'm not even looking at these comments. Oh, people are so mad at me, I'm sure. I am so sorry, folks. Let's see, Joe, Tom, Jeff, Joe Public. Oh, Joe, I subbed you today, I think. I think Joe Public, the UK, yeah. I subbed you today. I did sub about 10 auditors that are new today. I just went around and looked for auditors that were under 1,000 subscribers. Checked. It didn't matter what they had for content. I just subbed them right away, and then I watched their video. I think you should do that, guys. I think that's a good idea. Did you confirm that, Joe? And I seen Joe in chats and stuff, and I saw him in a chat, and somebody else's chat, not even mine. And that's a community thing that I think that we should try to focus on helping each other versus tearing each other down. And I think I've said that many times. You know, Alaska in the house, North Corruption Monitor. Joe Cool is cool. Yeah. So I've got a case coming up now again. What I'm gonna do with this case is I'm going to try to use it as educational. Nolly D, how are you? I'm going to try to keep it as educational as I can. And what I mean by that is, you know, I'm learning too. I learned every time I go to a different, and especially in different states. I've been in three different states now into the court systems. Four different states in the court systems. And they're all different. They have different, just a zebra, what a name. You know, they have a different way of navigating to get, Roadhog, can a link for what, Roadhog? What do you need a link for? The government is, yeah, okay. Okay. link for March. Oh, sorry, something else. So I'm going to try to make it educational. I'm going to try. Cybertron, how are ya? I'm going to try to make it as educational as possible. As I learn, I'm going to try to display things. I have made a lot of motion sheets out before, and I know how to do that to make it correct for the judge. My suggestion in motions, if you ever have to get to a motion and you don't know how to do it, be brief. Be brief. Don't overdo it. Be brief. That's going to make it easier. Then when you get in front of the judge, you can maybe articulate or enunciate what you're trying to say. But if you go too long, that judge is going to actually get that judge can actually get a little frustrated with reading that motion. Just so you know, I think I've said that before. Tyrone is by far one of the best auditors in the country. Thank you, sir. Thomas, how are you? Australia in the house. All right. I love when other countries. Matt Slammer, how are you? Ben Quintitia. Yeah. Quintitia. I can't even say that. That's got to flow. You got to have the. You got to be able to flow with that, man. Pikes Peaks Pool? Who plays pool? Billiards? Who play? Anybody? I have trick shots on Rescued by Mary. How are ya? Mr. H. Maine in the house. I got to get to Maine. I have 2 states left. Being a New England truth, people were busting my stones about not getting to all the different states in New England. I was only in New York, and New York's not really a New England state. 9 ball. Ooh. How about 10 ball? 10 ball is the new game, buddy. You better start playing 10 ball. Anybody out there in billiards land, learn how to start playing 10 ball now. You'll be ahead of the curve in about 10 years, 8 years. So we were talking about the arrest yesterday. I'm just going to do a little paraphrasing for everybody who just jumped in. Not arrest, excuse me, summons. Yesterday, I went to do an audit at the Catskill Maximum Medium. They're both combined prisons. And an individual came up with his vehicle and really turned right in at the end towards me at a high rate of speed. And obviously his brakes worked good, but it was a little scary. You could see me on the camera. I'm pulling away. It was a little, so I kind of snapped on him at the end of the day. And then eventually I was trying to walk and I said, get out of my way. Please don't impede my travel. I actually tried to curve a little bit past him just out of respect from the situation. And you could see him leaning in towards me. So we made contact. When I came home, I went to Connecticut to my other residence, and then I came home, fed my dogs, that kind of stuff. And there was a trooper here that was apparently waiting for me. Scooty One, how are you? And the trooper handed me a summons to show up in court. So my goal is to take this opportunity to show everybody, what it's like in the court system. I'm going to film as much as I can. I'm going to petition the court to film from day one. I want to be able to bring that camera into the courtroom. And if you do ask a judge in advance, they will allow you to bring the camera in there sometimes. Hey, Truth, how are you? Got a Allentown Transparency in the house. Johnny Luca, how are you? Yeah, John. Oh, I know Felix does. I've actually talked to him briefly. I don't know him all that well. I don't want to act like I do, but I did talk to him briefly about his billiards, and we have similar likes. He likes to play poker too. We have very, very similar likes in that regard. Type A personalities, very. We can be a little aggressive, over the top, but audio for film. So I'm going to ask Rochester, New York, in the house, Robert. I'm going to ask that the judge allows me to film the whole proceedings this time. I went through a couple cases in Massachusetts. I won both of them, and I went to trial. All the way to trial. Okay? All you naysayers, all you trolls, where are you? Where are you? Troll, where are you? I invited you to come to trial. I gave you the address. I told you the town. I told you. But no. No, everybody wants to say, oh, you know. You're just a pro se attorney. You're not. That's right. Not just. Yeah, it's right. I am. I am. That means that I don't have to follow your stupid rules. Your stupid, yeah. You owe me, I owe you. I'll pay you next week. You give me this guy, I'll give you that guy. No, I'm not playing that game with you. This is the game I'm playing. You don't talk for me, I talk for myself. Get away from me. Like I told that guy yesterday. So, hopefully that during this process, you guys all know I've mentioned a couple of things. I'll mention them again because they're all throughout my videos. Glick v. Cuniff. Glick v. Cuniff. And Houston v. Hill. Houston v. Hill. Houston v. Hill, even though it says Houston, is a Supreme Court law. Okay? Houston v. Hill. Glick v. Cuniff. Okay? A lot of other laws. Those two seem to do it for me. Seems pretty simple. Don't hit me with your truck. Get out of my way so I can walk. I'm just filming. I did it at the FBI. The FBI let me do it. Homeland Security let me do it. I'm not in an area that says I can't film. All these cars have GPS and electronics in it, so it's not that area. What were the 20, 30 cars doing that were sitting there? 20, 30 brand new cars. With license plates on each one a set of keys. And about 10, 12 people stand outside getting keys. Driving away. Beat an inmate, get a car. Beat an inmate, get a car. Lottery! Whoever beats the inmate the most gets the biggest car. The best car. 2 cars. Beat 4 inmates, make you a deal. Get 2 cars. But you got to beat 4. What are those cars, folks? What are the cars? Who's paying for those cars? And what are they designed for? Why are they sitting inside of that lot? Are those COs? Were they all COs? So one guy tried to approach me. So there's a lot of stuff suspect there, man. I was contacted by somebody who said that they were the crap beat out of them the night before at 2 o'clock in the morning. I didn't go there. I've already been there a couple of times. Why would I go back there? My intent was to talk to somebody. I wanted to talk to somebody. Why can't I walk up to a facility as a United States citizen and ask for somebody to come out and talk to me? Why does somebody have to drive their truck up to me and almost hit me? And why can't I get pissed? Why? Why don't I have the right to get pissed? I have every right. And I didn't put my hands on the guy. I mean, I didn't put my hands on the guy. I didn't call the cops. I let it go. As long as he's willing to take the tongue lashing, I figure, as long as he's willing to let me yell at him for doing it. Isn't that common sense? A little pragmatism goes a long way, folks. A little pragmatism, a little common sense. No, he's got to then carry it forward and try to get in my way. And as I try to turn around, he tries to bump into me. All right, I'll shut up. So, I like to hear all the comments. What I do is when I do a live chat like this on Fridays, you may not realize it, but the live chats are actually more for me than, a lot of times for me, I think, than they are for you, because I go back, and a lot of times the live chats are the people that I think are like the more subscriber orientated, more people that are who are going to give me better advice. That's what Fridays are for me, I think. So, I like them because I go back through the chats and I try to read them. I can't keep up with them when I'm talking sometimes. And I miss everybody talking to people. Jane, I miss calling out people's names the most. Lady Zaga, how are you? Jane Farva, how are you? Fava? And I appreciate all the comments. I do. And I read them all. And I want you to know that. Even if I don't continue to like and love them all, I still read them all, okay? One of the things I was going to ask is, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to not go that far that fast. It's hard for me not to really tell somebody, no, shut up. You're an idiot. And go right there, boom, emotionally. It's hard. Do I go too far? Leave your comments. I'll read them. Regardless of what we do in life, sometimes wherever we end up, it's right where we're supposed to be because we're supposed to learn something. I never got up and said, oh, I want to be a First Amendment auditor. I don't make money really doing it. It's not a profitable thing. That's for sure. But there's got to be something I got to learn as an individual here. And hopefully, in a grander scale, maybe we can all learn together. Because things got to change. They really got to change. I should be able to walk up to a place and film it. If it says don't film here, I won't film there. But why did that happen yesterday? Why does it happen every day? Eric Brandt, same thing. Why do these things happen when people speak up? Our society has to change. I came to that realization 10, 12 years ago. And that's why I'm an auditor. And I'll always be an auditor. And I'm still going to always stay humble. No matter how arrogant, egotistical, narcissistic I sound. I'm actually an extremely humble guy. I have lost too much in life. I've failed too many times. To the point where I don't care about materialistic things. I used to care a lot about, wearing the Rolexes and the Lacoste outfits and I had to shop at Nordstrom's, and I don't care anymore. I don't care. And I don't care if you make fun of me for it either. Have at it. Because my passion is real. And there's a lot of good people out there that have been into this too. Truth Seeker, I like that one. Eric Johnson, Gino, Northern Corruption Monitor 907. Just giving some shout outs here for some love. I appreciate all the support, guys. We've had 80 to 90 people in here. That's a good chat. Country Boy News, Zebra Boner. I think I said that. I can't pronounce Ben's last name. Ben, you got to help me out with that phonetically. Joe K. Junior. Joe K. Junior. Joe Public. Truth God, I mentioned. All right. So, I just want to give you guys an update. Tolo 1862. 1962. Okay. Why can't shit be fair for all? Well, when you were born, I'm sure somebody told you along the way that life's not fair. That's just the way it is. And if you're going to get to a point, you're either going to do this. You're going to go, everybody does this. You only got two choices. You come to a point in your life, I think, in my opinion, I came to a point in my life where there's either two roads. You're either going to continue with the blinders on and ignore all the things that you know are true, or you're going to take that narrow path. You're going to take those blinders off. And I can tell you something from the bottom of my heart. And when you take those blinders off, and if you accept that, every day you put your head on the pillow, you're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to feel better as a human being. Every day I walk into in this world now, I feel okay. Everything I do, I'm okay with it. Consequence me, do whatever you got to do for what I believe in, but it's what I believe in. All right? Folks, I'm going to sign out. It's been a great conversation today. I'm going to go through all these chats and take all your advice. You guys are awesome, awesome, awesome. I will keep you informed on what's going to happen with the case. The case is the 3rd, is the appearance date. So I got more audits coming out. I might even put out another audit tonight. I did a federal building in Albany. A couple other audits I got in there. So we'll see what happens. All right, folks. It's Friday. You guys have a great, great, safe weekend, okay? All right, man. Lots of love. Peace out. New England Truth. Talk to you soon, folks.